Okay, so adjusting the camera still. Doesn't feel quite right today. Well, I should see if there's a market for moss. Got lots of moss on the ground in here. I hope I have a good view on this. Well, it's finally come time to plant these few vegetables that I started. We've had a few frosts, and so I've delayed planting them, so I wouldn't have to cover them on a large scale. So some of them are a little yellow and so forth. They're a little overgrown and ready to be planted. So I think I'm gonna just take a flat out for now. Anyhow, this is such a depressing time of year. I don't know if you could see how the ground looks, and normally we do not get frosts in December. Usually it's January and February, and I hate what it does to the citrus trees and so forth. They are looking unhappy, and our figs definitely look unhappy. And anyhow, we're not going to focus on that. I'm going to try and get some green going in my life here. So we put up the fence to keep the chickens out yesterday. And my husband topped off all my garden beds, so I'm ready to plant a few items. Now, this is not a permanent, a permanent situation for these gardens. We had wanted to move these beds here, but after further examination, they will not make it very far without falling apart. So we're just getting what we can out of them this year, and going on. When we first got them, they were affordable, $10, $15 a piece, and you know, to me, better than digging in rows on the ground. Of course, rows on the ground will work, but here in Florida, I'm still learning the do's and don'ts of gardening in this region. So I'm just pulling the dirt over. I ran the sprinklers yesterday to make sure our soil was nice and wet. And so I didn't put tags on these. Most of them are Brassicas or in the cabbage family. Kales and things of that nature. So I'm gonna plant them in here pretty tightly. I'm not saying my way is the best way. This is just a way that I'm doing it, sort of doing it to document a time that it was done, so I can look back on it. take notes for the future. I'm just teasing apart the little seedlings and packing them in here. Now, this is the first time I've actually tried to grow stuff over winter. Now, I've grown early spring, late fall, that kind of thing, but this is the first time I've actually tried to grow over winter. So I'm not, you know, I have to admit, I'm not a die-hard vegetable gardener. I work, you know, I'm still working full-time, and to me, the whole vegetable gardening, the process of seed planting, and it's tedious. It's a lot of work to do on a yearly basis. Now, the part of gardening I like is the more permanent stuff, like bushes and trees that produce fruit and so forth. But they require a certain amount of patience also, and a certain amount of money to get them started, and there's labor involved in getting them in the ground too. Yeah, I'm not going to have you follow along and watch me do every single little plant I got, but I'm just going to let you get the gist of what I'm doing. Maybe we could take a look at the stuff in a couple of weeks. I'm giving a few of these startlings to some friends at work and so forth. And yes, I'm gardening in my pajamas because, well, I can. You know, this year has been such an odd year. It's kind of blows me away to think that Christmas is in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited for a new year to start, though, because for me, there's lots of new beginnings. I get to stop taking my cancer medication, and I have some big goals as far as making my life a happier. I keep going in a direction that makes other people happy, you know, and I need to put more effort into doing the things that make myself happy, and go with it. It's easy to lose traction of your dreams and, you know, say, oh, maybe I'll try this if an opportunity arises and so forth. And you put all your whole heart into something, and then you realize it's not even really what you want anyways, and you find out you put a lot of effort and energy into something that isn't really you. So it's my goal to stay focused, quit trying to you know, find jobs and so forth that really don't suit me, and make a go of farming and so forth around figuring that out. the greenhouse. Got to get that going. And I'm going to start growing some trees. The reason why I like planting trees the most is because it gives me hope. You know, the vegetable is a one season thing, whereas when you plant a tree, you know, you hope to see that crop 3 years from now, or to sit in its shade at some later time. So in essence, it is genuine hope, period. And because vegetable gardens are so short term and recycled, that I don't get that same satisfaction. Yeah, I get satisfaction out of eating some garden tomatoes, but that seems to be a unicorn here in Florida. You would spend lots of money trying to grow tomatoes in Florida. It's not, haven't been successful at it yet, but we'll keep trying. But I'm not gonna make it my life goal, I guess, to grow a tomato. I'm gonna try and find some other delicious things I can grow instead of tomatoes, because our area is not conducive to growing good tomatoes. So why keep going in that same circle over and over again if you sort of know that what the outcome of it is. So yeah, most of this is kales and cabbages and broccolis, and I don't know, maybe a few oddballs like fennel and so forth. I was looking for items that do good in the cold weather, so that's what I planted. And part of it too is, you know, it's something for this season. This season is so depressing when everything dies and the grass is not green, and with the world the way it is, and with the COVID and my health being really bad, I just I enjoy bringing some life, if I can, into the garden. Anyways, I hope you guys have a nice holiday and enjoy your gardens, and I hope this was of some interest to you. Have a good day. Bye now.